Alright, everybody, good afternoon. This is Luke, the vacuum saver, tuned back into another video. How's it been? So, as I indicated in the last episode, the Powerhouse Edition versus a Bissell Power Force and a Dirt Devil Dynamite. There you go. So I mentioned that I would feature another vacuum of my great aunts in this video, in which I do have for you today, and I can't wait to show it to you. It's a mystery to see which one is the vacuum, you guys. Okay, I'll just tell you. It's this Panasonic Platinum Plus over here. It's completely cleaned out now. And so is this beautiful beauty that I get to privately own now. This is a Dirt Devil Breeze Cyclonic. So these are the two vacuums, and if you're brand new, welcome. If this is your first video with me, my name's Luke, and I say vacuum cleaners. And I cannot wait to film this episode for you. It's going to be really, really, really exciting. Both of these vacuums are super powerful now, and I just can't wait for you guys to see the sheer power behind these. And I'm donating 2 vacuums to Wow Outlet today, one of my favorite flea market stores. And maybe I'll just get lucky since I'm going to college tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to be a college student for 4 years. But trust me, ladies and gentlemen, when I come back from breaks, I will keep up with you. I promise. I may be a little bit busy, but I will keep up to the best of my ability with you. It may not be a while until I post again, after these next couple of videos here, which I deeply apologize about, but I gotta move on with life at some point. And one of these vacuums will be going to college with me. So let's go ahead and give you a rundown. I'm very excited to get this episode started. So here we go. On the left-hand side, we have a Panasonic Platinum Plus. Okay, here it is. It's a 12 amp motor, and this is honestly one of the best vacuums that I could probably ever recommend to somebody. I mean, I've loved Panasonic, and I have the exact cousin of Panasonic. One second here, folks. I have him. I have a Kenmore Whisper Tone. Yeah. You may have seen that in an episode a while ago, but I still have that Kenmore Whisper Tone. It's just that good, and they're the cousin of Panasonic, actually. So I'll go on to more detail later, but this is the beautiful Rally Red edition of Vacuum Saved. Oh, that's the name of this episode. The Rally Red edition of Vacuum Saved. And the reason that I say Rally Red is because both of these are red, and they're really rally. I mean, they're wild. They're ready to clean carpet for you. Now, this is the next vacuum that I got for you here. This is a Dirt Devil Breeze Cyclonic. This poor little guy was found near the trash bin. It's been completely renovated, and I'll go deeper into detail. And so was that one. And there's quite a few features that I'll explain in story time that I like about both of these machines. So, both of these vacuums I got a lot to say about, but since one has more than the other, let's go ahead and let's save the anticipation for later. But let's go ahead and begin today with, all my viewers, get ready for it, a Dirt Devil Breeze Cyclonic. Alright, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first part of Vacuum Saved. This is the Rally Red edition of Vacuum Saved. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited to have you here on the channel. Thank you to all my viewers who are regulars for making my channel so popular so quick on YouTube. I can't thank you guys enough, and thank you to, and I just gotta say a huge thank you and a huge recommendation. If you haven't subscribed to this YouTuber already, his name is Intellitech Studios. He is a vacuum collector and saver like I am. So, vacuum saver and collector alumni. Let's go, Intellitech. I'm very, very, very happy that you do that same thing, and you're actually the reason I started my own YouTube channel. Actually, if you're watching this, I actually started my own YouTube channel because of you, Intelitech. So I am very, 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 very happy that you inspired me to do this, and I didn't know that it would propel me to this kind of a height of vacuum cleaners. I'm getting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of views on my episodes, and I'm like brand new to YouTube. So thank you so much for that. Shout out to you. So anyhow, this is my privately owned Dirt Devil Breeze Cyclonic. Now, this hardly came with any attachments. Well, it was out with the trash, for one thing. And the reason that was because the belt was broke. Now, like I explained in the last video, pickup performance can be affected by filters, and any vacuum saver can tell you that. Any vacuum saver can tell you that. No matter their experience, they should know that a unclean filter on a vacuum will affect its pickup performance. So, now I'm going to show you how clean this brush roll turned out for me. So, just take a look at how beautiful I got this red to shine. Let me hear it looks absolutely amazing with this camera light. So, let's go ahead and set him down here. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Look at how beautiful this brush roll turned out for me. And trust me, it wasn't anything when I got it. You know what this was, folks? This looked like a triple foam setting at the car wash just took off on this with paint. Quite literally. I mean, there was carpet fibers in it. I mean, honest to God, it was so nasty. It looked like the triple foam car wash did its thing on this machine. Honestly. I mean, but that's where most of the problem is hiding. But that wasn't the only problem this time. This little hose entry that you see right here, there we go. Right down there. That was all filled with dirt. Yeah, folks, people can get nasty with these vacuums sometimes. Trust me. So, here is how clean the dirt bin turned out for me. Take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at how beautiful this dirt bin turned out for me here. You can even see where the dirt is supposed to collect at. Now, you're going to notice this. Oh, let me switch hands here. But here is the cleaned out filter in the Dirt Devil here. Look at how nice that thing is. And this really runs across the carpet like an airplane. I can tell you that. It's amazing. And it even feels so nice and soft here. It's just amazing. It's so smooth. And no wonder it picks up so good now. Now, I want to show you guys something here. You see this max fill line? You're not supposed to put dirt past that mark. Almost every vacuum I get, and some vacuum savers can relate, and I'm sure you can tell it too, Intelitech. And that is the max fill. That people fill their vacuums over the max fill, which obviously affects pickup performance and everything else in between. But take a look at how nice this filter is again. Just look at that, folks. It's absolutely beautiful. And so is the sound of this vacuum cleaner, and you'll be hearing it quite shortly here. So here's one thing that I do like about this vacuum, though, is its extra long hose here. This hose, ladies and gentlemen, I swear it's a couple feet in length. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. Please ignore the background noise. But anyhow, I am very, very, very excited to have this vacuum in at the shop here. And it's just working so good now. And I cannot wait for you guys to see this. Now, I got a lot to say about the Panasonic now that it's saved. And by the way, folks, if you realize that your vacuum is heavy, that's because it's full of dirt. I mean, most vacuums are very, very, very light. I mean, look, I can pick this up with two fingers. So I can pick this up with two fingers. So that means it's really, really, really light now because it's completely safe. And I'll bet you I can pick it up. Oh yeah, I can pick it up with my pinky here. So it's a very, very, very light and powerful vacuum. As long as you take care of the vacuum will take care of you. So that is story time for part 1, and I'm sure anybody can relate to that. So now let's get to a vacuum that's more commercialized that you see at the rich and fancy vacuum stores. Here we go. This is a Panasonic Platinum. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here's part 2 of story time for this episode. I can't believe it already, folks. This is going to be episode 3 of 4 that I'm making for college, and possibly 5 if I get 2 vacuums today. So, if I do, I'll be jumping up and down, and I will be sure to share it with you as fast as they're ready. So, this is a Panasonic Platinum Plus. And it has a 12 amp motor, and I can just say so many good things about this vacuum now. It's unbelievable now that it's completely cleaned out. This is my great aunt's vacuum. Now, they gave this vacuum half price to my parents because we're family. And when they were nasty, my dad immediately took the picture and said, was the vacuum worth it? And I said, absolutely. And honestly, by now, folks, you know me. If the vacuum turns on, it can be saved. So, with the exception of really, really, really bad when it turns on. I mean, if it makes a normal sound, yes. But, I mean, there was this one Hoover Elite 350 that I had, and it was so bad. I mean, it sounded like a hornet's nest, honestly. I mean, it was not nice. But anyhow, there is so many good things that I can say about this vacuum now that it has the right bag in it. Now, here's a thing that is very agitating to me, folks. I showed this on the Hoover, but I'll show it again here. If you had the right bag, look what happens. Absolutely nothing. So the bag is just sitting there waiting to be turned on ever so preciously. And this part even puffs out like a Cheetos bag now when that bag puffs out in there because it's the right one. You have no idea how good of a vacuum this can be. Now, what kind of bags? And you may be wondering, well, Luke, what kind of bags should I buy for my vacuum? Here's what I recommend, though. If the vacuum bag says micro on it, which is microns, which is what that vacuum is especially good at collecting, and that Dyson back there is especially good at collecting. That Dyson I need to fix still, actually. But anyhow, if you see a vacuum bag that has microns on it, like micro, the word micro, I definitely recommend you buy that, because if you put a vacuum bag that has micron protection in it, the vacuum is completely sealed then. So that's a little tip for you guys. You can make any vacuum completely sealed as long as you have a micro bag. Okay, now with micro, I don't mean micro-sized. Okay, I mean this has a Panasonic bag in it, but it's just unbelievable now that it has a micro Panasonic bag, which I did have by sheer luck. Now I want to show you how clean this vacuum is. Actually, now that it's completely cleaned out. Ready, folks? Uh-huh. And overall, this vacuum just turned out amazing. Look at that, folks. That was the complete renovation of it here. And this just sits in there ever so perfectly. And I'm so happy to be having this here in the garage with me now. Now, this vacuum is commercialized. Give me 1 second here, folks. Now, this vacuum cleaner is commercialized, by the way. And you'll see what I mean by that here. There we go. So anyhow, gonna hustle now. But this vacuum is commercialized. And what I mean by that is where most vacuums are almost all plastic, that one. This has some parts where it really matters. First of all, what you'll notice is this surface selector here. You can clean bare floors and carpets with this. Do this little surface selector right there. And here's what really counts. This metal handle, for one thing. But you know what means the most to me on this vacuum, folks? It's this. That's the handle release switch. So if I push that, the vacuum would literally tilt back if I yanked it right now, but I'm not going to do that. So, but that is metal instead of plastic. And the reason that is because this was a vacuum that was meant for like almost any day use. So, now here's where it matters the most to me though. Look at how clean this, I got this brush roll looking, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this might be one of the smoothest brush rolls I've ever seen on a vacuum. Now, here's where it really counts, is this brush roll. Because it's a lot less resistant to tangles than if you don't vacuum a ridiculous amount of hair like some other people did before I owned this. You can't vacuum a ridiculous amount of hair into this thing or else it will tangle, but it's a lot less resistant to tangles if you're doing everyday vacuuming that has just some pet hair. So, and this metal brush roll spins a whole lot faster than a plastic one can sometimes. I'm not saying that's every time, but sometimes this will spin a lot faster. But it also digs so much deeper into the carpet because look at the... Here, I can pull the Dirt Devil down real quick, actually, here. So take a look at the difference here, folks. You're going to laugh out of your chair here, by the way. So take a look at this. There's the Panasonics, and there's the Dirt Devils. So see what I mean? This digs so much deeper into the carpet. It's not even funny how awesome this vacuum truly, truly, truly is. And that's what I mean by this vacuum is commercialized. Now, so is this one because of how good it works. Now, and I cannot wait for you guys to see each vacuum here running for you. So there's the vacuums for you here. There's the Dirt Devil, and here's the Panasonic. I'm going to set the Dirt Devil back up. I'm not quite done with the Panasonic yet. There you go. And then, this metal base plate means a lot to me. It's a lot less resistant to bumps and everything like that. And I mean, it's just rock solid. It's unbelievable how powerful this thing is now. And I can't wait for all of you to see it here. So, it's test time for these machines. We're going to go ahead and get started with the Panasonic today, actually, since I have it right here. Yeah, we'll just start the Panasonic today. Oh, one more thing before I test this vacuum. Here's what I love about it, is the ridiculously long amount for a crevice for tools. This is the dusting brush, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. And right here, what you see on it, that's an extension one. That is the sheer dusting brush right there. This thing is unbelievable. And then so is this crevice tool. I've never seen a foot-long crevice tool, but yeah, I've seen one now. Okay, it's time for a test. Here we go. Proceed. I just thought that little brush roll comparison would be really cool for you, ladies and gentlemen. So that's why I went ahead and did that real quick. Alright, let's plug this bad boy in. Alright, there he is. Alright, now here comes an unbelievably good sounding Panasonic Platinum Plus for y'all in 3, 2, 1. And just how smooth is that sound? I love it. Listen to that again, folks. This is how good I got the Panasonic running. That's what I'm talking about there, folks. Now we're going to get to a more kind of exciting vacuum test. The Dirt Devil Breeze Cyclonic. Ooh. And when I say that is unbelievably powerful, holy cow do I mean it. Okay. There we go. Okay, that test is done. Now I'm very excited for this one, folks. Here comes a Dirt Devil Breeze Cyclonic. I am very excited to show this one to you, folks. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Okay. Now with a perfectly restored belt and brush roll and everything like that, I am so excited to show to you a Dirt Devil Breeze Cyclonic. So here we go with a test run of the Dirt Devil Breeze Cyclonic in 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's making lines, folks. And okay, ladies and gentlemen, that may be one of the smoothest running Dirt Devils I've ever seen. So that is the Dirt Devil. And this is the Panasonic. Both of these did fantastic. Now for our final episode, we're going to be getting to here in just a few minutes. I can't wait for you guys to see this one. So let's do it. Alright, let's wrap these up and I'll give final thoughts. Come on. Come on. Okay. Let's set these two side by side and I'll give final thoughts. Okay, so final thoughts for these two are they're really powerful, as you guys could see there. And there we go. And what you could also see is how just amazing these turned out for me with the brush roll comparison there. And you can see how good of a vacuums these can really be, and it just sheer amazes me how what a vacuum can truly be. It's really humble when I see a vacuum perform like that. And especially over here with the Panasonic, this did unbelievable. So did that Dirt Devil. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll see ya for episode Kirby versus Oric.